Hello, everyone. Welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. So this is a video that I never thought I would have to do, but I do. And this is where we're at. So we're going to do the best we can. For those of you who may not have heard, Joe Biden has stepped back out of the race for president as of Sunday afternoon. So I think everybody's first reaction is shock and disappointment. This is a profound moment for us to be reminded of the power of free will. It is also a moment for us to be reminded of the power of greed. I was at a dog park with Atlas this morning. Like I heard the news like 10 minutes ago. And I kept getting these messages about the United States and Atlantis. And was it going to end up repeating the pattern of Atlantis and the history of Atlantis? Like never mind the dang Civil War and War of the South or whatever you did 200 years ago. This is thousands of years ago. What happened in Atlantis was ultimately that there was greed and there was power, and it got out of control and it couldn't be resolved. And they basically destroyed the civilization. So is that where we are right now? I don't think so. And I think that for a couple of reasons. One, as many of you have been aware, in fact, as many of you are, there has been a massive influx of light workers that are on the earth now. Some of them have been on the earth for 6 and 7 decades. Some of them, are newer. They're, 20 and 30, in their 20s and 30s. But the reason that there was this massive influx of light workers was because there was always the potential for things to once again spiral out of control. There are a lot of things that are amazing about the United States. But one of the things that isn't is that it is all about money, revenue, the power of money. It is about how big can we grow this business? How far can we expand it? And so what ends up happening is you end up with people in positions of power in positions of power, because it doesn't matter whether they're head of a business or they're, an official in government. It boils down to the power of the dollar seems to be king. Excuse the word. So where are we at? I have to tell you, I have a crystal in my hand, a one in my hand, and I am going to reach out to spirit. And I want to know what it is that we can be told that can bring us some degree of comfort or clarity or understanding. So, spirit, what can we tell the amazing, viewers who are in shock, who feel betrayed, who feel let down, and are, wanting to know how so many people could have gotten it so wrong? And of course, the answer to that is the power of free will. And when you marry that with this really intense pressure campaign, this ended up being the result. Spirit. As hard as it's going to be, as difficult as it feels, as much as it feels like a mountain that needs to be climbed, it is really important that everybody just takes a step back, takes a couple of deep breaths, and recognizes that the path forward still needs to be in blinding light. It still needs to move forward towards democracy and away from autocracy. Joe Biden's tax plan was enough of a threat that forces came together, manipulated situations and people, and created an environment where they needed to surround the danger and push it away. The danger was Joe Biden. So where is the country? What does this do for the election going forward? What it does is it strengthens the resolve of all those people out there who are determined to bring democracy back into alignment. All of those who are going to vote blue all the way down the ticket. All of those who are going to take a deep breath, not be angry, not retaliate against, frankly, members of Congress who were manipulated into being part of this groundswell of pushback. That is not the answer. That just amplifies the anger and the hate. What is going to happen is that everyone needs to refocus, take a couple of moments, wait and see what the next couple of days brings. Wait and see what bubbles up to the surface, who's going to garner support and who is going to really have a tough time. Some things have not changed. One of the things that has not changed is the incredible anger that women have with regards to decisions that are being made with their own body's autonomy. What has not changed is the fact that far, far more people want democracy as opposed to a dictatorship, autocracy, a king. So the work moves forward. Spirit, I want you to take me forward, please, to November 5th, 6th, 7th of 2024. Tell me what unfolds now. All right. So here are some silver linings, if you will. A lot of people who were out there and saying that they didn't like either candidate. Both of them were too old. They just were not interested in sort of supporting either side. Well, a lot of those people are now going to start focusing on what their new option is. And so that's going to increase, believe it or not, the numbers of people who are going to vote and who are going to vote for democracy. And the way to do that is to vote for Democrats. So you're actually going to end up seeing a higher turnout than was expected or anticipated. And the turnout was expected to be high. But this creates a groundswell, a momentum. Are the Democrats going to win? All indications at this time are yes. Because the forces pushing back against those lower vibrational energies are strong. It is not helpful for people to be angry at those that they perceive created the situation. It's not that the anger is misplaced or wrong, it's that it's not helpful. What is helpful right now is refocusing your attention, shifting it so that over the next few days, you stand in the light, you send power into the universe, asking that which is in the highest interest of democracy, of the Democratic Party, and of the United States, be surrounded with light and power, and may rise to the top so that clarity comes. All is not lost. And this is where the familiarity, the similarities are between what is going on right now in the United States and what happened with Atlantis. When it felt like too many people or too few people had a great deal of power, and that basically they were going to do whatever they wanted to do, there was an energy of defeat and disappointment. People forgot the power that they hold and they have. And it was when there was that retreat, that was when, in fact, Atlantis was lost. It doesn't matter how much longer it took before it was destroyed. It was lost when people gave up, when people surrendered. Your job, your mission, your focus is to stay strong and continue to push forward. Send some love and light to Biden and the Biden family. He is profoundly disappointed. He is profoundly sad at people who betrayed rather than stood up. And he is incredibly grateful for those who continue to support him. So where we're at right now is a upheaval, but the goal has not changed. Don't lose sight of that. The goal has not changed.
No.
I'm going to, thank you, Spirit. I'm just going to ask Pendulum a couple of questions. It's still early days. And, when things are in a state of upheaval like that, it can be very difficult to get real clarity. But let's see what we can find out. Is Kamala Harris going to move into position to now run for president? Okay, that's a strong yes. I have to tell you, part of the reason is again, just money. Because all of the money that has been raised and is sitting in the Biden-Harris, campaign funds, all that money. If Harris does not move forward, she does not continue, that money does not go to the next person. So unless the Democrats truly want to step away from all of that money, all of those resources to push the election forward, they're going to need to somehow come to terms with the fact that she is the most viable and most likely president going forward. I can remember when I first started this channel a long time ago, I said that Biden and Harris were going to be on the ticket. Biden was going to be a one-term president, and Harris was going to follow as the first female president of the United States. Over the period of time, the energies were shifting and changing, and Biden had such a headwind that the energy shifted to a place where Biden was going to continue into the presidency and in all likelihood step back somewhere around year 2, where she would then ascend to the president. So right now, it looks like she is going to have the most momentum. Are people going to, powerful people, the Pelosi's, the Schumers, the Obamas, are they going to get behind Kamala Harris at this time? Yes. Based on the energies that are swirling around right now, are the Dems still going to win the White House as a result of the 2024 election? Yes. Are the Dems going to hold and or increase the Senate? They're going to increase it, I'm being told. And are the Democrats going to take back the House? Even though it doesn't feel like it right now, what is going to happen is there is going to be a formidable amount of energy that goes into strengthening the Democratic Party and moving it forward. And remember this, don't think that because of this, Trump has won the race. In fact, it is the opposite. Trump is now in even more danger of losing the race because they perceived that Biden was going to be so easy to win against. But what's going to happen is there's going to be a very, very powerful ticket that arises as a result of this. And the Republicans are going to find that it truly has become an incredibly difficult uphill battle to continue. All right. Listen, I know everybody's in shock, everybody's disappointed, and everybody is saying, how could all of these readers be wrong? It's called free will. And it's not a scapegoat. It's what it is. As we were looking at the energy, Biden was holding strong until at some point in the last 24, 48 hours, the pushback was too much. It's really important that you stay strong, you focus. And for this election, you do not try to punish Democrats who were part of this push. Because every single one of those Democrats you need in your Congress in order to be able to continue to move the country forward and to continue to allow for its expansion and growth. That's what I know right now. Take some time. Get your breathing under control. And get ready to fight harder than you've ever fought before. And you're going to win. I'll see you really, really soon. Bye-bye for now.